Oh man. If it is love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? What up, 510? If it is love, why do I feel this way? Oh, damn, I yesterday started to hit you up. Are you talking about Colleen? Me feel so sad. What up, Alvin? Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I've been ripping and running and taking care of stuff. Just trying to get I guess a sense of normalcy, if that's a word. And I think that's why I appreciate the album. I'm just like I said, I'm trying to not avoid it, but not not dwell in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling like I was telling pretty much anybody that I done came in contact with, um, I guess it's nothing in this world that could prepare you for um burying a parent, man. Like it's just it ain't nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, losing anyone is hard, man. But like that parent hit different, dog. That parent hit different. So I've been trying to, like I said, just stay busy. Um, It's a lot of planning, a lot of moving pieces, um, and it's just a lot of stuff that you have to. Well, it's a lot of stuff that'll keep you occupied. Know what I'm saying? Kind of taking your mind not necessarily off of it because you're doing it for, you know what I'm saying, funeral arrangements or this or that, but um it keeps your mind busy to where you really don't have, the chance to dwell on it. But yeah. Mm, 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 mm. But I appreciate everybody that has reached out. You know what I'm saying? Phone call, text, Facebook message, Instagram message, TikTok, whatever it is, man. I appreciate it. That's why I just that's why the title of the live is just dots, man. I ain't even usually I can make like a clever title or whatever, but like I said, my mind is everywhere, everything's scattered. Um I've been pretty much letting everybody know what has been going on, man. But my YouTube family, I hadn't let y'all know, and um, on top of just having a whole bunch of stuff to try to get going, man, I wanted to take the time and let those, I guess, who didn't know, um, that my mother passed last this past Monday. So we are going to she'll be she'll be buried this weekend. Um, well, she'll be buried. The funeral is this weekend coming up, and then Monday she'll be buried. Um, what makes it even what makes it even like a little bit more difficult is the fact that um, the funeral the funeral is on my birthday, and then she's being buried on her birthday because my birthday is the 19th, and then hers is the 21st of August. So it's a lot. It's a lot. But me me being the oldest of the children, she had three kids. I'm the oldest. I got two younger sisters. Um, man, I'm just trying to be there for my sisters, man. Like I'm trying to hold my shit together, keep a straight, you know, not necessarily straight, but hold it together. You know what I'm saying? So that we can get through this. And then I know that this is only the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? So the important, what I feel is the important thing is, not to let yourself, you know, go down a rabbit hole of what ifs and what you should have done, what you shouldn't have done. Um, like it'll eat you alive, man. So the like I said, I've just been trying to focus on the um actual arrangements and everything like that. So yeah, so the funeral gonna be in Waco, back home, and then when she's buried Monday, it'll be in Dallas Fort Worth National Cemetery. And then that'll be Monday, following Monday. So yeah, funeral 19th, burial slash interment beyond the 21st. So um, other than that, man, I know that I've been kind of distant or whatever. You know what I'm saying, honestly, here lately, man, I just been trying to do a better job about taking care of my health. And then of course, um, being a store manager and everything like that, um, it's pretty demanding. Um, but I mean, I haven't. It hadn't got to the point where like I regret anything. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the job, and everything like that. So no, her husband was in the military, and he's buried in Dallas Fort Worth National Cemetery. So the common misconception is that um only well, I don't know if it's a common misconception, but I know for me, I didn't know, and as a veteran, I guess I should know. Um, the So if you are a veteran or the spouse of a veteran, then you're able to be buried with them. which is something that I did not know when we started this whole um, planning process. But as we proceeded, um, was working through details, etc., then that was something that was revealed. You said your dad was he was buried. He was a spouse, or he was in the military. Um, I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to go in the national cemetery, but like you can. So of course, like I said, the veteran can, but if the veteran is in the national cemetery, then a spouse can go with them, and you can actually preset it up. Um, Not like necessarily reserve the spot, but just have the required paperwork, documents, etc. Already submitted. The only thing is if the veteran chooses to be put in, so if you're a veteran and you get buried in a private cemetery, which is not the national one, then they only present the presidential memorial certificate, the burial flag, and like a headstone marker or a medallion. Um, but if when the spouse passes, they're not eligible for that. Um, they're not eligible for the memorial items, but if a spouse or dependent child eligible for an inscription on a veteran's headstone or mark in a private cemetery, the answer is yes. Um, um, I'm trying to think what else, but yeah, that was something off rip that I just didn't know. Um, so y'all know, as always, I try to continue to spread knowledge or whatnot. If it's something that I didn't know, then chances are it's something that somebody else didn't know. So spread and spread. So my white best friend retired from the army and she living clean. Her and her husband retired. Okay, okay, okay. That's why you was down here the other day, huh? Said my family catch it when someone passes, including my dad. I'm just saying. So he could got buried in a military grave site. Yeah. So you just have to call and make the so if it can be set up beforehand, then it can be set up beforehand. Not necessarily like a spot reserve, but like I said, just having the required documentation for the veteran and a spouse, um, so that they can be buried, you know. Um, but yeah, the veteran themselves and a spouse can be buried. You said my family passes the hat. What you mean by that? Uh, and I mean, it's something that it's something that like everybody might not know, man. Like I said, I didn't know the if the due diligence hadn't been, you know what I'm saying, done, because it's so many things just running through your mind as you planning for the funeral arrangements and everything. And sometimes if something seems to be a little bit more difficult than just going a different route, then I mean you may be more inclined to lean that way. What's in my Oh, okay, everybody chip in the bird, someone got you. The I mean that's so another thing, you know what I'm saying, is that making sure that you got life insurance. You know what I'm saying, that way the last thing that your family got to worry about as they are grieving, um whatever, is to be trying to worry about where they gonna get this money from. So I mean, making sure that you making sure you leave a will, making sure that you um make sure you leave a will, make sure you leaving insurance is paid up. Know what I'm saying, the whole shebang, you know what I'm saying? And I mean that's I'm not gonna say that's part of it, but there's a lot of emotions, you know what I'm saying? Um a lot of emotions, a lot of differences in opinion. Um but what what we have been I guess, like telling ourselves or whatever, man, like it's not about you, it's not about me. You know what I'm saying, it's about mama. So making sure that this is everything that she would want it to be. You know what I'm saying, send off right. Um and that's the or is or should be like the common thing that kind of pulls people together, man. But it's it's bound to happen because everybody is everybody's grieving in their own different ways. You know what I'm saying? Um, like some people might be like, well, man, ain't no way I could have got on there and talked about. Some people wouldn't be live right now. You know what I'm saying? But this is for years going live has been something that I've regularly done, or not necessarily been my escape, but it's a place of normalcy for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, along with just wanting to tell the people that are close to me what's going on, um, was the reason that I went ahead and hopped on here. But somebody else might agree differently. You know what I'm saying? Um, so just up to up. And I hope I hope that it don't come to that at my mama's funeral. Please, God, don't let it be that. But if it does, then it really ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm just here to send my mom off right. So, but yeah, man. What's up, Don? So definitely don't want no arguing. And I don't know, like, you would think that people would have I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, like I could turn up with the best of them, you know what I'm saying? So, but in that in that situation, in that instance, you know what I'm saying, in that situation scenario, like that's not the place to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not the place. Not the place, not the time, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I have I've been to more funerals than I would have liked to. You know what I'm saying? Over time. I won't lie to you, here recently, it seemed like every time I turn around, man, somebody's passing, bro. Like, and I really tried to necessarily distance myself. You know what I'm saying? Um, but this is one that I can't ignore this one. You know what I'm saying? Can't ignore this one. Can't run from it. Um, as as for sure as the thing as for sure as the thing that death is, and even though it is for certain and that it will come, there is nothing that will prepare you for it. Nothing. What up, round truck? There's nothing that'll prepare you for it. Like like we are born, we get old, we die. You know what I'm saying? Those is three for sure things, but nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are things that you can do to make things easier on those that are left behind. That's why what I said, the life insurance, the plans, the will, whatever. Then, but it's not nothing that's gonna. Those are just things that you kind of taking off the plate, while the ones that loved you, and that are left behind are grieving and dealing with everything. I appreciate it. You know, keep me, my sisters, you know what I'm saying, my whole family in y'all prayers, because it is going It is going down. They got because I've so in my life. So my mother was adopted. So my grandmother that I grew up with, my grandmother that I grew up with raised my mother. When I was in the 8th grade, my grandmother passed. In the 10th grade, my mother sought out, well, probably before that, she had sought out to find her real mother, her biological mother, which she was successful in doing when I was in the 10th grade. Um, and she went from being the only child to having 12 brothers and sisters. So the family got bigger just like that. After I left for the military, so I gained a grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I lost a grandmother, gained a grandmother. After I left for the military, not long after that, my dad's mother passed. So I had to come home from the funeral for that. And then I'm down to one grandparent. So that was 2003, 2004 when my grandmother Mildred passed. And then my mother's biological mother, my grandma Rena, she passed in 2011 when I was in Korea. Yeah, I was stationed in Korea when she passed. So I came home for that funeral. So then it was no more grandparents. You know what I'm saying? So now my mother's gone, and it's the only. I mean, I have my dad still, but um, there's no more grandparents other than, like I said, other than my dad. I don't have any grandparents. My mother's gone, so now it's just. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I mean, I got my aunts and my uncles, and I'm saying all that, but just as far as like my kids don't have a grandma no more on their mama's side or on their daddy's side. So my nephews, my niece, like it's it's a lot. Like I said, though, when you think about it, I guess sit back and think about it, then you realize the magnitude. So, and this week, I mean, honestly, I just been ripping and running. I ain't been. I've been thinking about it, but it's been in the back of my mind, and I just hadn't pushed it to the forefront because, like I said, there's so much that got to be done to make sure that we make it right for her. But um, yeah, just agree the way you need to get your thoughts and emotions together and stay strong for yourself and family. Yeah, I most definitely am, and A lot of people have been telling me that just kind of make sure that I grieve. Like after this is all over, the burial, the funeral and everything, make sure that I take the time, bro, and I just let it out. You know what I'm saying? Um here recently it's just been like I'll be doing something, I have a thought, have a little break, you know what I'm saying, and then I keep going. So but I definitely know that I gotta, you know, the grieving has to happen. You know what I'm saying? For the healing process to begin, the grieving process has to happen. So I most definitely will, Don. Hmm. But like I said, just gonna try to continue to keep myself busy. Um, not to as a and keeping myself busy is not to avoid coping with it, but to help me cope with it. If you get what I'm saying. So, mm, I don't know. Well, like I said, I thank everybody for their support, reaching out, whether it was a text message, email, I'm saying whatever that it is. I appreciate it. How's it going, Mr. John? Appreciate it, brother. So it might be a little bit of a hold up on content. No, like I mean that feels natural. Like I said, it's about um for me trying to get back to normalcy, but also realizing that I need to grieve, etc. But also making sure that I don't let it consume me either. So there may be a brief intermission, interlude, break of content, and we'll take it from there. I feel no shame. But at the same time, the content, like I said, the content is like a part of normalcy. But that might be a brief hiccup just because we got a lot going on. So, mm, 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 mm. I appreciate it, Don. Um, it was something else I was gonna say. I forgot what it was. Oh, if somebody happens to see Marty Moore, please let him know that I need his information. Um, Marty Moore 4877 is the winner of the super clean giveaway, and I was trying to. I tagged him, made a community post, but I hadn't heard nothing from him. Um, so I'm trying to get that to him so that he can get his prize. If not, um, we may have to pick a pick a second winner, a runner up, a replacement, and go from there. Unfortunately for YouTube, it's not like TikTok. So messaging somebody directly is not necessarily an option. That's why the closest thing that I've seen that I could do was to tag him in the community post when I made it. But if I'm 100% sure, I just need to make sure that I can um, make sure that I can I lost my train of thought. Uh, yeah, make sure I can make sure I can get him his stuff. If not, then we have to choose a second winner, runner up, all that good stuff. I remember when you can message people directly on YouTube and you could edit videos directly on YouTube. Also, back in the day when I started, yeah, I didn't know that that was an option back then. But I mean, because I mean, I started in 13, like my YouTube account, but I didn't really. I probably like didn't really start taking it serious until 3 years later, like 16. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still like I still like the like editing outside of YouTube. I don't know if I would have been able to do it the way that I have done it. Like I feel like I have like a streamlined process that works well, where I can just kind of go in there, add the new content, but I keep the intro and the ending, and then put the filler content, chop it up, do the edits, the transitions, etc., and then I'll send it up. But I don't know what's going on with this Instagram shit. It's like I'll read a message on Instagram, but it doesn't. So yeah. But yeah, make it do what it do, man. Um, trying to think what else. Yeah. So other than that, I guess let me give y'all an update on everything. Even though might not know updates being made, but I'll let you know where we is at this time. Um, so 4-door Chevy D's exhaust in the tune, as well as we've been working with the cosmetics. Still got to get the digital dash installed. Um, and then I think that'll take care of that. Then the coast is pretty much good. We just put the underhood stuff on there. I honestly hadn't really been driving, man. This Texas heat has been brutal. It's been triple digits. Um, it's been triple digits for weeks. Like at least the last three or 4 weeks, man. It's been triple digits. So, um, luckily, um, by the time of the funeral, which is my birthday, that the weather is gonna finally break and it'll come down to the 90s. But like I said, comparing it to the last 3 weeks, which have been triple digit, then I mean I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I will take that. So like if you look at this, like today is supposed to be 105. Tomorrow gonna be 104. Tuesday we got a cold front coming in. It's gonna be 99. And then it goes back up to 101, 106, 105, 103 on Saturday. Oh, I guess it changed its mind. So It's been triple digit here in Texas, man. This it's been it is it's been crazy. It's been hot as hell. Hot as hell. Well, warm front. Hey, I'll take that 90. I'll take that 99 over this 104, 107. It's only a couple degrees, but man, we definitely need a breather. You know what I'm saying? Definitely need a breather. So it's like, uh, yeah, the heat is definitely not a joke, man. I was telling my brother the other day, man. I was like, this is not the heat that we played in as kids, man. Like at all. Like you used to be able to. It'd be summertime, but you'd be able to, ride your bike across town. We'd be walking in the summertime, bro. We'd be walking everywhere, like just not. It wasn't this. Like I really, honestly think that the ozone is getting depleted. I really think that global warming might be real. I'm talking about, not that I've ever cared about any of that, but mm, what's the weather like where y'all at? Either I'm all for the rain, for the rain, but we're getting our house built, and we want them to finish ASAP, so keep it dry so they can finish. Nah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. You will be there. We'll be together. It's not as hot here in Canada, but the humidity and the UV index is higher than when I was a kid as well. I would say they're in the 90s in North Carolina. When are they when are they expecting to finish our house, Ken? 10 or 5 to the 10? We'll be together. You will be there. We'll be together. Okay, they're gonna finish in January. Did they just start? I think because I think when we started our process, I want to say we started like September, like August, August, August to September of 2015. Yeah, it's like August 2015, and then we finished. They had to finish the house finished by March, so it was like 6 months. Yeah, like 6 months, 6 or 7 months, we'll say. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, lady. So we actually started in May. Oh, for real? Was it now? 'Cause like I said, that was like a little while ago. Like the even even the house. So check this out. So our house when we had it built or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 250. You know what I'm saying? Now, so just recently, our neighbors right next door put their house up for sale, and they I seen what it was on the market for, and it was like 100. It was like 100,000 over what we had paid for ours when we originally got ours built in 2016. So I just bought my first home about 3 weeks ago. Just got my foot in the door. I like to build someday, maybe after a few years. Congrats, Mr. John. You say, yeah, things have changed with the weather over the years. Oh, yeah, most definitely. It ain't like that I didn't believe in global warming. It's just, man, sometimes, man, some stuff I just don't even concern myself with. Like, if it don't, like, kind of directly affect me, man, because if you worried about everything that was going on, bro, you will worry yourself to death. You know what I'm saying? So I just always kind of kept to my lane. You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, equity, equity is up, man. Equity is up. They laid the foundation, put the frame and roof up on the house. Next to ours is less than 5 weeks. Yeah, I know. So like the neighborhood that we live in, I guess they expanding it or whatever. Like, and they've been throwing them houses up over there. But I guess it just depends. You know what I'm saying, long as it's done right. Like don't be if you need 8 months, you know what I'm saying? Then take if you need 8 months, then take 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me rush you. Well, the climate has been changing since the last ice age. It's always been changing since before we made greenhouse gases and whatnot. Yeah, it's real. But yeah, just make sure you do it right. Make sure you do it right so we ain't gotta come back. What the fuck is this on my shirt? um y'all don't got a what you call the a housing what's that shit called? Um housing is it housing society? Bro, I can't think. Um the association? Yeah. HOA. That. Thank you, Alvin. Oh yeah. You definitely don't want no HOA, man. Like I think it's crazy that you can be paying on your house and just based off the neighborhood that you live in, people can tell you what to do. Yeah. Anybody I've heard that lived in the neighborhood with a HOA, they have wanted to move because they are very because though they can be like, hey, your grass ain't cut. You know what I'm saying? Your grass need to be a certain length. Your trash cans need to be on the side of the house or in the backyard, or um, can't park no cars in front of your house. That's crazy. Um, ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's crazy. Um. So yeah, where's Where's we at with the updates? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Uh, but yeah, man, big congrats to 5 to the 10 and Mr. John. So yeah, yeah. Let me do my 4 to 6 square setup. But it really ain't a whole lot else to be done. Like I said, with the LS trifecta, it's just exhausts, tune, Dakota install, new tires for them swangers. Right now, we just on the stocks, so it's good to go. Uh, and that should be it. Um, music install. Um, which we already got pretty much everything. Well, not everything, but we got a lot of it. So exhaust tune, Dakota, new tires for the swangers, music install. And I'm gonna leave some room just in case it's something I forgot for that. How did so no bonfires, no target practice, no house parties? Yeah, all of that, all of that. Um, I mean, honestly, so if you don't have like the city taxes, then I mean, you might be saving. I just don't like nobody telling me what to do with my stuff. Like that's crazy to me. I mean, I know that they say like it's good for the value, of the neighborhood or whatever, but I don't know. How is the? I haven't. I don't think I. Like I said, I really haven't been over here like that. How has everything been going, Alvin, with the garages or with the new garage? Let me see. What appointment is that? Because you might have to reschedule that shit. Said gotta have the toys in the land. He said it's up now. I need my electricity. Gotcha. So I'm trying to think what else I got left on the land down. Pretty much. So really, it's just like the trimming style, the interior finish. Yeah, trimming style, interior finish. Like it's not a whole lot that one requires. Um, so we can put that one. We can cut that one down. Like I said, the colors. Oh yeah, the colors. We still got the posi and gears and axles. Not a whole lot more after that though. We did we did sell we sold the 212s that was in the Cutlass. So now we got the 115 in there. I don't know if I made on. I can't even remember if I shot a video. Um, so now it's got the bump, bigger bump. Um, so like that color, and then that damn leap, man. I think it's the dipstick tube. Um, I'm not 100%, but I think it's the dipstick tube seal. I just hadn't had time before this happened to really mess with it, and now that this has happened, I still don't necessarily really have time, but I'm gonna try to figure it out when I have a down moment, etc., etc. Then I'm gonna try to do that. Um, okay, electricity in a month. So yeah, pausing gears and the axles and the colors, fix that transmission leak, and then I think we good to go there. Oh, we definitely gonna be good to go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel that appointment. I just thought about that. Yeah, cause then that's when it gets good. Cause then you able to go in there at nighttime. You know what I'm saying, turn your lights on, turn your music on. You know what I'm saying, rent your way without the elements beating at you, anything like that. Let me see. So that's a trifecta, the Landau, the Cutlass. Now the C10, that's a whole different story. So the C10 may possibly need the whole engine. So what I was gonna do, so I gotta, if y'all haven't been following or haven't seen recent videos, I recently bought a new motor. Well, not a new motor, a new to us motor. We've been going through it, refreshing it, um, to put it in the C10. Um, I was thinking about before I did that, I could just switch the valve seals and see if that would have solved the issue. Um, or I could just drive it till it don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? And then pull the engine out, rebuild that one, and then I'll already have another one that's ready to go in. Because at this moment, I pretty much have two motors, not full and complete. Well, I'll say full and complete, but not fully assembled. You know what I'm saying? I, at a minimum, have two short blocks. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's really the only thing the C10 lacks. Um, Making sure that the engine is straight. So with this new engine that I'm building, more than likely I'm gonna go ahead and throw a cam in it that does not require a stall converter. Um, and go from there. We're gonna put so right now, like I said, I got the short block that I'm, pretty much reassembling, etc. Um, we put it apart, cleaned it up. We may just go ahead and put the what do you call? I think I'm gonna go ahead and change the rod bearings. Like I may or may not fool with the mains, but being that I'm right there, I feel like I may as well go ahead and look at them. Um, I think it's only like $100 and some dollars for the main bearings or whatever. Um, but we'll see. Um, so building the motor for the C10 with the cam and the springs and all that good stuff. I think that a cam would sound really good over them Super 10 mufflers. Um, and then pretty much the C10 to be. Well, we had just got the C10 to where we wanted to be, and then there is the lowering of the C10 that we still hadn't done. Um, where we did the axle flip, pretty much. And the front, I don't think we was gonna really fool with nothing. But after we do the back, then I'll see how we need to adjust the front. Um, and we already had the stuff to do the axle flip stuff in the back, and we just hadn't done it. So I think I used two O rings and RTV as well when I installed my transmission dipstick tube. I actually sold a Firebird to buy the house to help with the down payment. Damn, you'll find something else, man. People is always selling. Like that's one thing that I've kind of like for for people that um love cars so much or whatever. People like are constantly selling cars. You know what I'm saying, And I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you complete something, then you want something else. Me personally, if I put all this time and effort into it, man, I'm probably not gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? So it was my first LS swap and learning experience. I might get another one or another project soon. Yeah, that's now like after your first LS swap, I can genuinely say that after that you can pretty much do it with your eyes closed because kind of you already know what to expect. You've already done everything that it is that you need to do. So that's the good part of it. Um, but yeah, I mean, sometimes when you gotta let them go, you gotta let them go. Oh yeah, I forgot I got that gas yesterday. Yeah, I got gas the other day. It was fucking $70 damn. Like crazy. Yeah, so C10 build a motor lowering it. And I'm just kind of going out the dome because I don't remember everything that was out there on the board. Um, but for the most part, as far as I remember, the C10 is pretty much good to go. I know the registration is coming up for that one. We're gonna move that one over to the antique tags. That way we don't have to pay that every. That way we don't have to worry about paying that every year. So they'll change it like every 5 years on that. So the two door Caprice has antiques. The Cutlass now has antiques. The C10 had antiques, and then the trifecta will have antiques as well. He said that was a major sacrifice slash decision. Man, I did the same thing, man. Like of course I've always had like a lot of vehicles, etc. etc. But when we got ready to as this house was getting built or whatever, you know what I'm saying, we put everything in there. Um but I had a second motorcycle. I sold a motorcycle. I had another little Honda, little photo. Well, not a little photo, a little two-door Civic. I sold it. Um, whatever, whatever it took to, you know what I'm saying, step into home ownership, I felt was necessary. Like I said, you can get a car, you can get another car easy. know what I'm saying? Versus buying a house. So the process of buying a car versus buying a house is a whole lot simpler. Know what I'm saying? The car is a whole lot vehicle is a whole lot simpler than, buying a house. So I was like, I'll get another one. And so because I had a Honda Cruiser motorcycle. And I was like, I'll get me another Cruiser later. But I still had my sport bike, and then I sold the Civic. Sacrifice is a good word. So most people don't see it That's why I said that. Yeah, man, because you can always get another one. So the classic said, if only Texas antique plates weren't so damn ugly. I've thought about getting them custom plates, but I don't want to pay for them. So you have to remember, idiots will jack or kill you for a car, but not for a house. That's why most people would put everything into a car, but not a house. Well, I don't know, 510, because that seemed backwards. Like, so if somebody would jack or kill you for your car, but not your house, then the house would be more protected. Then why not put everything into the house? But as a car guy, I also understand your car being like an extension of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know people still play that game. Uh, all right, so I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Um, got some phone calls and stuff to make. Some finalizing things. I need to call my sisters, etc., etc. Um, so I'm gonna hop off of here. Once again, I thank everybody for y'all condolences. Continue to keep me and my family in y'all's prayers as we prepare to bury my mom. And I might be back on here later, but got some stuff I gotta handle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Texas place had them horseless carriages. That's the ones. That's the ones. The only thing about that is more appealing is the fact that it's five years between when I have to renew, and it's way cheaper. So, but yeah, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Like I said, I'll probably be back on later. Um, After I handle some stuff. Like I said, just trying to keep keep occupied. You know what I'm saying? Keep occupied. All right, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Y'all have a good one. I will see y'all later. Identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. Life is all about choice to choose wisely and productivity over procrastination. And remember that the hustle don't stop, the grind don't stop. I feel like I ain't said that in a minute.